And this is the equivalent of a poorly dressed man showing up at a nightclub with 3 beautiful women. He's like, I realize that I'm unacceptable, but what about us? Like, can we get in? That's what the Oaxaca Old Fashioned was originally. Today we're making a Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Now, one of the interesting things about this drink is that there are some things that were so ahead of their time when they debuted that they were seen as absolute revelations when they first show up. They're revered as total game changers when they debut. And then over the years and kind of the fullness of time, they become obvious. It's not that they've stopped being great. It's just that what made them such revolutions in their category is now something that everybody's doing. The year is 2007. Step all the way back with me to the year 2007. Phil Ward, bartender, who's working at a place called Death & Company in New York City, invents this drink. Now at the time, nobody was making drinks with Mezcal. Nobody was making split base cocktails, and he comes with this drink and just blows everybody's mind. Now I said split base. The original Oaxaca Old Fashioned was 3-to-1 tequila to Mezcal. He did 1.5 ounces of reposado tequila and only a ½ ounce of Mezcal. Now keep in mind, at the time, nobody was drinking Mezcal, and Mezcal is very aggressive. It's a very kind of muscular, smoky, intense spirit. Over the years, palates, including my own, have grown used to Mezcal, and so my version is 100% Mezcal. So I stray from the original in this way, but both are still good. Now, as with all Old Fashions, if you have access to a big piece of ice, it is advised that you grab one. The nice thing about big block ice like this is that 1, it melts more slowly, and 2, it's denser, colder, and so it stops from kind of flaking off. If you can't get it, use the biggest ice you have. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Phil Ward's version used Angostura, but the one that I like uses the Bitterman's Mole Bitters. Now, I try not to get too precious about brands, but it really has to be Bitterman's Mole Bitters in this particular cocktail. It's a very dry, dusty chocolate, kind of a cacao thing, where other chocolate bitters are good for other purposes, but they tend to be a little too candied, a little too sweet. We're not trying to make dessert here. This is an old fashioned. Next, a 1/4 ounce of agave syrup. So agave nectar you can find in your supermarket. It looks like this. And you can use this if you want to, but it's a little concentrated and it's hard to measure. So to make it kind of cocktail ready, you do 2-to-1 agave to water and stir. Keep it in the fridge. And if you've got that, we do 1/4 of 1 ounce of that. Just a touch of sweetness, just like a regular old fashioned, just a tiny little bit to take the edge off. And the Mezcal. Now, Phil Ward's original, as mentioned, had 1.5 ounces of tequila to a ½ ounce of Mezcal. I like doing just the full measure, so I do 2 ounces of Mezcal. Now, if you are new to Mezcal, if the people you're serving are new to Mezcal, if you're not 100% sure about it, make it Ward's way. Make it a 1.5 tequila, reposado tequila with a little bit of age, and ½ Mezcal, or any combination thereof. Choose your own adventure. And if we remember our original definition, spirits of any kind, sugar, water, the ice, and bitters, that's an old fashioned. So, ready to stir. And you don't need to stir this for very long. I personally like to keep it a little under-diluted because you're serving it on ice. So I like to keep it a little under-diluted. Hand it to somebody, maybe a little under-diluted, and that way it continues to dilute as it is in the glass, and it will step into itself in their hand, as opposed to handing it to them perfectly diluted, and then it becomes over-diluted while they're drinking it. And for garnish, again, I'm fairly particular about this. Phil Ward's original used a flamed orange peel. There's oils in the peels of citrus that if you express them over a flame, they will do a little pyrotechnic puff. That grabs the attention of the bar guests. It is theatrical and awesome, but I really, really like a grapefruit peel here. Grapefruit and mole and Mezcal just really sell it for me. So big fat grapefruit peel, just expressed into the drink like so. And then there you have it. The Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Cheers. It's so good. It's so good. This is maybe my favorite way, aside from just like neat in a cup. This is my favorite way to drink mezcal, for sure. You can do this treatment with tequila as well, by the way. You can do reposado or añejo tequila. You don't even need to include mezcal. Mole bitters, agave, grapefruit peel, just sells it. So as for what mezcal to use here, there is something about the mole and the grapefruit that just support the inherent qualities of the spirit, but don't stand in the way of experiencing what makes it so cool. It's like being in a healthy relationship or something. Like what the old-fashioned treatment does for mezcal in particular is to highlight its strengths and showcase its gifts, and at the same time kind of forgive and soften its weaknesses. It's like being in love.